Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are doing lesson 5, the platform jumper. Okay, so we're going to use a for loop to add some platforms. You know the drill here. So let me show you the finished version. Here's what we have. So I've done this thing where I used to have this, well I still do, I have my super class called platforms. Okay, and I used to have a bunch of different platforms. Alright, so now I'm going to narrow it down to where I just have one. So I made this guy called platform. So this is platform S, this is platform. And this guy right here, I'm using the concept of abstraction to where he can make metal platforms and dirt platforms. Okay? Alright, so eventually I might get rid of some of these extra guys. You don't have to necessarily, but we do need to make one class that can make multiple looking platforms. Okay? Okay, so in order to do this, we need two pictures that are the same pixels per inch in resolution. Okay, so what I'm saying is this. So I made one image that I like for a platform. Okay, I tested it. I like the size, like the way it looked. Right. So if you look at it and I go to image size, it's 4832.95. Okay. If I go to the next one, I made it exactly the same thing. Image resize 4832.95. So that's your first step. Okay, that's your first step, is to get two images for the platforms that look identical. Okay, so if you don't have that done, hit pause and do that, and then come back. So that's next. All right, let me keep going. Okay, it might be easier to complete the next step if you load your constructor for your world. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Sometimes, if you're going to do it like me, and you're going to do it for level 2, and you can't get to level 2 unless you actually finish level 1. I did this thing where I overloaded my construction. Let me show you what that looks like. Okay, it looks like this. New way at the top. So I have my constructor that expects my main character. My main character's name is Nacho. Okay, so you guys all did this. So it might be easier to overload it with one where you don't need Nacho, right? So you have two constructors, one that requires you to send your character Nacho, or whatever your character's name is, and one that doesn't. So I have public level 2, public level 2. One has a requirement here in the parameters, one doesn't. That's called overloading. If you're having problems, skip that unless you're having problems. If you're having problems actually getting to the level, that might be a good way to do it. Okay, but here's what we want to do. Add platforms with a loop. In one of your worlds, add a method definition, add dirt platforms with loop, to add a row of your new platform class. So I'm assuming you made a class called platform, you made two images for it, you applied one image to it, and you're going to add this code, public void add dirt platforms with loop. Okay, so this is pretty simple. It should work. You're going to adjust the 22 for the number of platforms that you want. I wanted 22, and then obviously 48 is the width of my platforms. You're going to have to adjust that for the width, the pixels width of your platform. Okay, and then that's going to just adjust how high or low you put it. Right. So this should work. Give that a shot. Okay, and that's going to obviously go inside your world class. Okay, and obviously, if you're going to do like grass instead of dirt, change that to grass instead of dirt. Alright, do it. See what happens. Okay, and that's it for now. So we're not done yet. But you should, at this point, you have two different pictures for your project. You actually have your new platform class, and you added it using a for loop. Okay, so then the next time around, we're going to go on to using abstraction to actually make two different platforms from the same thing.